Now in Good Morning Northwest, it is official. Spokane has a new chief of police. When Chief Hall is expected to step into the role and how officers are reacting to the change.
Well, we are back into a heat advisory with very hot conditions. We remain sunny and hot, not just for today, but through the weekend and beyond. We'll have more details on that coming your way.
And Spokane Public Schools drawing a line in the sand when it comes to cell phone use during the school day. The new rules for your student. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks so much for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant. It is Friday, July 12th. Welcome to it. Let's kick things off with Mark Peterson and a look at our first alert forecast as we continue this stretch of hot weather.
Yeah, hot and dry weather. Now we have a little bit of haze out there. We've got some smoke coming out of the west that's into the upper atmosphere, some of it on the ground level, but not much. 65 degrees currently, wind south 7 miles an hour. It'd be great to get out right now. Do your walking, your running, your jogging. Good luck. Heat advisory all the way through Sunday night. It's going to be mid-90s, not only for the weekend, but through next week. Again, some haze at times, and there is no rain forecasted. So we look at our heat advisory, and again, through Sunday night, Coeur d'Alene, Spokane, all the way along I-90 as you get into the Cascades and south through the Tri-Cities into the LC Valley. 53 in Deer Park this morning, waking up Spirit Lake, you're at 49 degrees. We're jealous. 64 downtown. We also have 64 into Cheney, and Fairchild is at 63 with temperatures around 60 into North Idaho. Here is our day today. We're going to warm up 88. We're going to see that about noon, and then we're going to be in the mid-90s throughout much of the afternoon.
Mark, thanks. We're tracking some breaking news this morning. AT&T has announced that the company believes a hacker stole records of calls and texts from nearly all of AT&T's wireless customers. In a statement released this morning, AT&T said the data does not contain the content of the calls or texts or personal identification like social security numbers or dates of birth. But it did reveal the numbers of people its customers interacted with and call durations. The company says it's taken additional cybersecurity measures to stop any future hackers and will provide notice to any of its impacted customers. Well, this here is Kevin Hall, Spokane's next chief of police. Hall has more than 30 years of experience and will be moving from Tucson, Arizona, where he spent the last 8 years as the assistant chief of police. The city of Spokane says Chief Hall worked in several departments, including SWAT and homicide. He's also credited with expanding Tucson's mental health support team. Now, we went to City Hall and spoke with the president of the Spokane Police Guild to hear how officers in Spokane are reacting to this selection.
People's impressions of the different candidates and the strengths they saw, we were all really seeing, for the most part, the same things. And especially with Chief Hall, I mean, it was really kind of unanimous.
Now, during a recent public forum, we asked Chief Hall what he thinks the Spokane Police Department could improve on. He says he'd like to see the department be more transparent when it comes to investigation involving police shootings.
In my jurisdiction, Tucson, we do them concurrently. The administrative investigation happens at the exact same time as the criminal investigation.
Now, no word yet on when Hall will officially take over, but the city says he's expected to begin by September. Now, the current interim chief of police, Justin Lundgren, is stepping down. He announced he'll be going to the Spokane County Sheriff's Office. Now, according to the Sheriff's Office, Lundgren will be named the inspector and the commander of the Unincorporated Patrol Division. His last day with SPD will be on August 5th, and he'll start at the Sheriff's Office 3 weeks later. In the upcoming school year, the distracting sounds of ringtones and ding notifications will be minimized at Spokane Public Schools. The Spokane School Board made recommendations to adjust the district's cell phone policy on Wednesday. It recommends limiting the use of cell phones in all schools. The district plans to implement these recommendations in the new school year. And here's exactly what's changing. In elementary schools, the use of phones will no longer be permitted during all hours of the school day. Middle school students will only be allowed to use them during their lunch periods, and high school students can only use their phones during passing times and during lunch.
It's probably not going to be one thing that is going to solve the challenges we're facing, but we can make incremental steps as a community. This is an incremental step. Setting boundaries in our schools around cell phones, that's an incremental step.
Now, Superintendent Adam Swinyard, who you just heard from there, says the time to address the issues stemming from our students' phone usage is now. And if your student is caught bending the rules repeatedly, Swinyard says school administrators will be stepping in. Now, one of the two people who were hit by a car yesterday in Airway Heights has died. The crash happened at Haverford and 9th near Northern Quest. According to the police department, a 64-year-old man and a 61-year-old woman were rushed to the hospital. The man died at the hospital, and the woman is still in critical condition this morning. Investigators say drugs and alcohol were not a factor in the crash. In our For the People coverage this morning, a growing list of Democrats are calling on President Joe Biden to step aside following last night's press conference. He still has the support from the majority of the party, but others say they're still concerned about Biden's ability to win in November. ABC's Christian Cordero has the latest from D.C.
In his first press conference of the year, President Joe Biden fielded nearly an hour of questions highlighting his policies and political future.
Best way to assure them is the way I assure myself. And that is, am I getting the job done?
The president first pressed on whether Vice President Kamala Harris could beat former President Trump in November. Biden flubbed his response.
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president until I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there. Number one.
Trump weighed in live with a post on social media reading, "Great job, Joe." Biden ignored the actual question about how the VP would fare against Trump, only stressing that she's qualified to be president and offering praise.
She was a first-rate person, and in the Senate she was really good. I wouldn't have picked her unless I thought she was qualified to be president.
Yet insisting he is best qualified to win and govern. A growing list of congressional Democrats are not sold. At least 17 House Democrats have now publicly called on Biden to step aside since the debate 2 weeks ago. 2 called on the president to end his candidacy minutes after the news conference. Eric Sorensen of Illinois and Jim Himes of Connecticut, the top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee. Himes saying Biden should consider his remarkable legacy in American history.
I'm not in this for my legacy. I'm in this to complete the job I started.
But Biden did leave the door open to being convinced he should quit if polling shows he can't win. Our latest poll with the Washington Post and Ipsos shows Biden still neck and neck with Trump, 46 to 47%. But 67% say they want Biden to step aside. Today, President Biden travels to Michigan, where he's expected to tie the controversial Project 2025 to former President Trump, contrasting the project's agenda to a second Biden term. Christian Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
Your Good Morning Northwest time right now, 6:07. Let's check back in with Mark here. You're looking at the air quality outside. Hazy.
Little hazy, much of that in the upper atmosphere. We do have some onto the lower levels, so we do have moderate air quality in areas. So those with tender lungs could sort of be feeling a little tight today.
Okay.
So we just want you to be aware of that. Have those inhalers necessary, handy. We are going to see this potential all the way through the weekend. Our winds are not going to be shifting much. We do have a pretty mild morning underway. Your full forecast is coming up.
And is this hot weather making you a little crabby? Well, the science between extreme heat and extreme moods, that's coming up next. Plus, today, a key witness is being called to the stand in the Alec Baldwin manslaughter trial. An update on the case right after this break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
PAR, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
The second annual Great Northwest Gathering Auto Show returns to the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Come celebrate 60 years of the Mustang and check out muscle cars, hot rods, air-cooled VW parking area, and more. Live music and a burnout contest on Saturday. For info, go to Facebook or this website.
When Fred's advertises it, we've got it. Fred's warehouses are loaded with inventory. When your fridge stops working, you need a new one, and you need it now. Fred's has them in stock. The box stores never have this much inventory on hand. You can wait weeks for delivery. At Fred's, get your new appliance the next day. Fred's always has the guaranteed lowest price and shows you competitors' prices on our price tags. Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
Do you want to close out?
Should I? Normally I'd hold, but taking the gains is smart here, right?
Feel more confident with stock ratings from JP Morgan analysts in the Chase app. When you've got a decision to make, the answer is JP Morgan Wealth Management.
Your best defense against erosion and cavities is strong enamel. Nothing beats it. I recommend Pronamel Active Shield because it actively shields the enamel to defend against erosion and cavities. I think that this product is a game changer for my patients. It really works.
Some days I don't know what's harder, herding cattle or 3 kids.
Really, Mom?
I'm Jacqueline Maycumber. Our hands are always pretty full and a little dirty, but we make it work like so many in Eastern Washington.
In D.C., Jacqueline Maycomber will work for us. A former law enforcement officer, a rancher, a conservative. She'll seal the border and won't take any bull from Biden.
I'm Jacqueline Maycomber, and I approve this ad.
It's time to seize your summer in a new Toyota from Findlay Downtown Toyota. Whether you're camping out in a new RAV4 or pulling a boat with a Toyota Tundra truck, nothing says summer better than a new Toyota. Plus, every vehicle sold comes with a 1-year, 15,000-mile maintenance plan. So this summer, if you're looking for a new ride, stop by Findlay Downtown Toyota and we'll show you some more choices. I crack myself up.
Findlay Toyota's downtown.
Zook's tasty, tender dog treats can turn every outing into an adventure. From park to peak, wherever you roam, don't forget the Zooks. Zook's dog treats. Choose your adventure.
Welcome back. The time is 6:11, and here's a look of what's new on Good Morning Northwest. A key witness being called to the stand today in the Alec Baldwin manslaughter trial. Prosecutors plan to call Hannah Gutierrez to testify to grill her about the shooting that killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins. Gutierrez is already serving an 18-month sentence for failing to secure the gun. And today she's expected to plead the fifth. Baldwin's defense is focusing on the search of a warehouse that supplied ammunition to the film while also storing live rounds in it at the same time. No word yet if Baldwin plans to testify. If convicted, he faces up to 18 months in prison. CDK Global, a software firm serving car dealerships across the U.S. that was rocked by a cyber attack last month, appears to have paid a $25 million ransom to get to the hackers to get their systems back online. The ransomware attack that hit CDK in June disrupted thousands of auto dealerships that use the company's software to manage everything from scheduling to sales and orders. The ransom was likely paid in Bitcoin and sent to a cryptocurrency account controlled by the hackers.
6:12, it's Friday morning. It's a mild start. Here's your 10-second takeaway. Heat advisory back in effect that takes us all the way through Sunday night. So we're still drinking the water. We're taking those breaks when we can. AC when possible. 96 the high today.
Extreme heat can take a toll on a person's body, but it can also have a significant impact on the mind. One study linked days of extreme heat with higher rates of mental health-related emergency room visits. While extreme heat doesn't cause mental health issues, it can make ones that exist even worse, according to psychologist Susan Albers with the Cleveland Clinic.
Studies have shown that excessive heat triggers stress, anxiety, frustration, and cognitive difficulties.
Now, Dr. Albers says the heat can impact your ability to get quality sleep, which is strongly tied to mental health. To help your mood in the heat, get errands done in the morning or evening to avoid the hottest hours of the day. Wear light clothing to help keep you cool. And if you get too hot, a doctor says a cold shower or a washcloth on the forehead or the back of the neck can surely help. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now, 6:13. Hot weather continues this weekend, not only for us here in the inland Northwest, but across the country. A look at the impact this heat is having on us and our furry friends. It's coming up next. And here is a live look this morning. We're taking a look at I-90 as you're heading out the door. Things looking pretty clear out there so far. We'll have a look at your weather coming up in just a little bit here on Good Morning Northwest.
Well, looks like our surgery patient is feeling better today.
Yep, I didn't need any oxy today. I thought I'd do a little surgery on the drain.
Huh. Do you need your pain pills anymore?
No.
Well, we should get them out of the house. There are places to drop them off.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I can do that right now.
And I will look at the drain.
Prevent opioid misuse. Find safe medication return options near you.
Our motto here at Holiday Heating is fixed right or it's free. That means that we'll get the job done right the first time, and if we don't,
we will own up to that and we will take care of it for you for free.
Fixed right or it's free means that we are accountable for the 100% satisfaction of our customers.
We'll come back and get the job done and with no additional charge to the customer.
We are humans and we do make mistakes, but we are here to make it right and make sure our customers know that.
We owe everything to our troops, past and present, for their honor, courage, and dedication. As a token of our appreciation, 4 News Now and Global Credit Union are encouraging you to once again wear red on Fridays.
Join us in recognizing our troops and their families for allowing us the freedom we enjoy every day as Americans. Stop into any Global branch to pick up a red pin and show your support.
And then wear red every Friday from now until September 11th.
Wear Red Fridays, brought to you by 4 News Now and Global Credit Union.
After almost 30 years, Davis Furniture has now become Action Business Furniture. They have 3 locations statewide to serve you: Tacoma, Olympia, and now their new store in the Spokane Valley. Their new location on the corner of Park and Sprague has over 15,000 square feet of new and pre-owned office furniture for your business. So whether you're just starting or upgrading your business environment, ABF has it all. From functional to fabulous, they've got what you're looking for. Visit Action Business Furniture, affordable furniture for today's office.
I got help to push back.
I got help to push back.
Lybalvi helps us push back against bipolar 1.
Once daily prescription Lybalvi is proven to treat manic or mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults to help you push back. Elderly patients with dementia have increased risk of death or stroke. Do not take Lybalvi if you are taking opioids or are in opioid withdrawal. The samidorphan in Lybalvi can cause severe opioid withdrawal that can lead to hospitalization or increased risk of life-threatening overdose. Get emergency help if you have trouble breathing, become very drowsy with slowed or shallow breathing, feel faint, very dizzy, or confused, or have a fever, stiff muscles, rash, swollen glands, or problems with your liver, kidneys, heart, or lungs. Other serious side effects may include high cholesterol, weight gain, potentially fatal high blood sugar, uncontrolled body movements which may be permanent, dizziness upon standing, or falls.
Are you ready? Ask your doctor about Lybalvi. Looking for copay savings? For info, text copay to 45286.
4 News Now is brought to you by Spokane Rain Gutter.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. The time is now 6:16. More storms, tornadoes, floods, and heat are impacting the U.S. That's hard on both people and our pets. Amy Kiley has a look at how both are enduring the latest weather woes.
Go on. People and pets are suffering from the latest round of severe weather. Most western states have heat alerts again today. Las Vegas is on a record hot streak, but not the gambling kind. Reno, Nevada has new signs urging pet owners to beware of hot surfaces.
What we can do is we can put our hands or our feet on the pavement for about 7 seconds.
The city says dogs might need booties or to stick to shade and grass for now.
If it's hot for us, it's going to be really hot for them too.
Some Houston area homes and businesses still lack power due to Beryl, and the city has a heat advisory today. That's dangerous for both humans and their furry friends.
There's been lots of stories on social media about how people are trying to keep their pets cool during this moment of no power and storm cleanup.
The National Weather Service confirms multiple tornadoes hit New York Wednesday, affecting animals and damaging property. In Vermont,
so this whole street within an hour just flooded.
Officials say rescuers just saved more than 100 people and at least 15 dogs or cats from floods. This feed store there lost power.
Feed's got to roll out here every day or animals are going to go hungry, so we have really no choice but to get power back.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Well, hey, if you're looking for a way to cool off this weekend, we got one way for you. Splashdown Family Water Park at Spokane Valley is back open for the first time this season. It's their first weekend being open. Now, according to their Facebook page, the water park was supposed to open for the season back on July 1st, but that was delayed until this week. It is open 7 days a week, and tickets are $20 for adults, $15 for kids over the age of 2. I don't know, water slide when it's hot outside? Sounds pretty nice.
Not a bad way to go.
No.
Here's the deal. You need to reapply take it from me, reapply the sunscreen.
Okay.
If you're going to be out doing stuff in the park or the water parks, whatever you're going to be doing, because you can look much like a salmon spawning if you don't. All right, here we go. Air quality, moderate in many areas. We have pockets of it in our area, just a little pocket of moderate. But we do have it wrapped around some of the fire zones, so we want you to be aware of that. There are those, again, with tender lungs and respiratory systems that could feel it a little bit. We look at our hourly forecast we get through the day. Again, we have a little bit of haze on the horizon. By 10 o'clock this morning, we're going to be at 80 degrees. By 11, we're forecasting 84. Again, telling you 83 is a normal average high for this time of year. So this is well above average, and we're going into really some extreme lengths of time and days of heat that we don't normally see. 91 at 1 o'clock, and then we're into the mid-90s all afternoon long, all the way through dinner time. And it's 7 o'clock still, potentially 92. Drove by Twigs yesterday. Nobody on the deck. Why? Because it was 96 degrees. And we're going to continue to see this heat. We have a heat advisory in effect that takes us all the way through Sunday and potentially longer, simply because this is going to be sustained heat that's going to stay with us. Now, a lot of people were becoming acclimated to it, but we still have issues cooling down our homes, and we have issues with that heat that continues to sit, stay, and go all the way south. By the way, your pets, they are being affected by this. Make sure they have plenty of water, shade, and they go indoors when possible. So those heat alerts are in effect. We are going to see the continuation of dry conditions, maybe some mountain showers into parts of central Idaho and maybe the northern Cascades, but any moisture we get is going to be around us, not over us. We're going to continue to see the cooler air way north into Canada, so it's hot even into BC and along the Canadian line. We don't see that cool weather impacting us at all. We are going to see the potential for the smoke into the higher elevations, adding to that haze in the morning, so just be aware of that. Triple digits as you head in from Omak all the way south to Wenatchee, Moses Lake, into the Tri-Cities, 99, 104 into LC. We're going to see 94 into Coeur d'Alene. We're going to be at 96. We're going to see that again tomorrow, 97 on Sunday. And again, the mid-90s Monday, Tuesday, but look at Wednesday, Thursday. We're going to see temperatures in the upper 90s, potentially 100s. We're not looking at record-setting heat, but we could look at records on the length of time that we're this hot when it comes to the calendar.
So you're saying it's going to be here for a while?
It is.
All righty. Sounds good. Get used to it. Thanks, Mark. Your Good Morning Northwest time, 6:21. We'll have a look at morning sports coming up right after this break. Thanks so much for starting your day with us right here on Good Morning Northwest. Happy Friday. We'll be right back after this.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
I love you just the way God. Don't miss Parmalee, Contemporary Country Hitmakers, live Thursday, September 12th. Visit CDACasino.com to buy your tickets now and check out the full Core Stars lineup.
Winning is just the beginning.
Honeymoon phase over already, huh?
You know, these things normally take a while to figure out, and these
We get you compensated fairly and only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
I'm Ben Stucker. After a career in business, I felt a call to serve. I spent 8 years as the president of the Spokane City Council. I'm proud to have been part of the team generating record reserves, leaving the city with $35 million in the savings account. That's why I want to take my experience to Olympia, to fight for Spokane. I'm running for the 3rd Legislative District House seat, and I ask for your support.
Paid for by Friends of Ben Stucker, Democrat.
Comfort and peace. When a loved one is in need of end-of-life care, it's more than care. It's warmth and dignity in the face of advanced illness. Courage binds us all. The courage in facing a terminal illness together. Our care team have dedicated their lives to alleviating pain, discomfort, and providing licensed around-the-clock medical attention. We are Hospice of North Idaho, and we are honored to care for your loved one.
The second annual Great Northwest Gathering Auto Show returns to the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Come celebrate 60 years of the Mustang and check out muscle cars, hot rods, air-cooled VW parking area, and more. Live music and a burnout contest on Saturday. For info, go to Facebook or this website.
Embrace the magic, celebrate friendship, and share the joy at Disney's Frozen the Musical.
Coming to First Interstate Center for the Arts, July 24th through August 4th. Get tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
In 16 years, Greg Gerstner will land the perfect cannonball with friends he's already meeting now at AARP volunteer and community events to help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
I love you just the way God. Don't miss Parmalee, Contemporary Country Hitmakers, live Thursday, September 12th. Visit CDACasino.com to buy your tickets now and check out the full Core Stars lineup.
Winning is just the beginning.
Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Julian Minnesone. Gonzaga opened its new indoor baseball practice facility, and it's equipped with all the fixings: 4 indoor batting cages, 2 indoor pitching mounds. It's pretty great. They also have a new locker room, the Danny Evans Clubhouse, named after former coach Danny Evans, who passed away of cancer 2 years ago. The nearly 4,000 square foot facility, the locker room at least, has a state-of-the-art lockers and a film room to boot. And the facility was Coach Evans' vision, and it was brought to life to help Gonzaga potentially reach a College World Series.
To be able to see that come to life and know that you're honoring him and his contribution to this program and his love of baseball and love of Gonzaga, incredibly gratifying.
You can bring a player, any player in here, and really firsthand show them that, hey, if you're serious about being great as a baseball player, you can get that done here.
After all the upgrades, the entire baseball complex will have over 35,000 square feet of space. Former Gonzaga stars Corey Violet, Robert Sacre, and Abdullahi Kuso held a basketball camp for high schoolers this week. All proceeds for the camp went towards Emmanuel Fitness Center under the nonprofit organization Operation Healthy Family, or OHF, which provides kids who come from low-income families the opportunity to train and play sports. They raised about $1,500 this week, and according to Violet, this was their first camp, but definitely not their last.
The goal is really to make sure basketball is not out of reach for just somebody who can't afford it. So some of the kids here are on scholarship, and some of them, paid full price to come. But once we're all in the gym together, none of that matters. We're all just here to get better.
I saw a lot of kids that couldn't afford the training that's in this community, and so OHF wanted to create a program that kids can come to, be safe, but then also have the top equipment.
Well, the next camp is scheduled for October. And Cal Raleigh homered twice, once from each side of the plate in the Mariners' 11-0 win over the Angels. It's the third time in his career, the second in the last 3 games that Raleigh has homered from both sides of the plate. The Mariners have now won 3 in a row. 6:38 first pitch tonight. That'll wrap us up for Morning Sports.
Your Good Morning Northwest time right now, 6:26. Coming up next, a new scam warning for people living in Kootenai County. What law enforcement says it will never ask you to do. Plus, you may start seeing more asphalt art just like this on Spokane roads. The added safety benefit it could have on your neighborhoods. That's next. And before we go to break, here's a first look of what's coming up on Good Morning America at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, it's the newest grocery shopping strategy to save families money.
I think just ease and convenience.
At big box stores like Costco and Sam's Club, families are joining forces, splitting up bulk grocery purchases to save on their spending.
So when I buy a bulk, sometimes it's too much. So I'll share it with Christy.
For Christy Davies' family of 5 in New Jersey, it's a strategy that's helped reduce food costs by nearly $75 every week.
In my mind, I'm like, well, when's the last time she went to Sam's Club? Like, is this something that I can wait and we can get at Sam's Club? Because I'd rather not spend that price from the grocery store if I can help it.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have more on their tips and strategies to shop smart and save big. With your GMA First Look, I'm Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
Dupixent helps people with asthma breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. And when you can breathe better, what isn't better? This is better. This is better. That's better. And that. Even this. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It works with your asthma medicine to help improve lung function. That's pretty good. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's proven to help prevent asthma attacks. It can reduce or even eliminate oral steroids. And doesn't that make things better? Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Tell your doctor right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. When you can get more out of your lungs, you can do more with less asthma. And isn't that better? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The 4 News Now Extreme Team has 2 veterans projects in coordination with the 100th anniversary of the Air National Guard. So we're going to be at Veterans Memorial Park in Cheney. The bathroom needs to be rehabbed, new roof painting. Plus, the memorial needs new lighting to light it up. Also, we're at the Washington State Veterans Cemetery where the Scattering Gardens project, where ashes are delivered. We're going to update it. It's been since 2011, and we're going to put some new plants, and we're going to make it accessible for wheelchairs and walkers. Plus, we have other things to do here. 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
I've always been drawn to artists like this. Yeah, me too. This used to be one of my favorites when I was younger. You're me. Yeah, after you quit the firm and follow your passion.
Face your future with Whitworth University.
It's time to seize your summer in a new Toyota from Finley. Whether you're camping out in a new RAV4 or pulling a boat with a Toyota Tundra truck, nothing says summer better than a new Toyota. Finley Toyota's downtown.
Hi, I'm Chris with Tactical Plumbing. We're a well-known, locally owned company with a great reputation with our customers. While the new housing boom stays strong, we are excited to announce that we are growing our company to provide homeowners with our precision services.
Tactical Plumbing has over 30 years of combined experience, and we are now booking residential service and repair. Tactical Plumbing providing our community with carefully planned and strategically executed plumbing solutions.
Call us or visit our website today for all of your plumbing needs.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning, Northwest. I'm Natalie Grant. It is Friday, July 12th. Welcome to it. Let's kick things off this half hour with Mark Peterson and a look at our first alert forecast. How's it looking?
The same as it was yesterday.
There you go.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to come up with new ways to really tell you that the heat is on. It's going to continue, and those temperatures in the mid-90s are going to be a continuation as well. The breaks are at night. We're sitting at 65 degrees, 61 into Coeur d'Alene, and again, allowing the homes and apartments to cool down with those windows open, sealing up those said places so that you hold on to some of the cool. We do have a heat advisory in effect through Sunday night, mid-90s for not only the weekend but the week ahead. There will be some haze at times. We do have some fires burning, but not in our immediate area. And no rain is forecasted in the foreseeable future. So the heat advisory, which was turned on this morning, it's going to continue all the way through Sunday, including Coeur d'Alene. And then we see that all the way to Moses Lake South. So anywhere you travel, make sure your vehicle is ready because this heat is not going away. Temperatures this morning up into Deer Park, big breath. Oh, nice, 53 degrees, 62 into Cheney. We see that in Liberty Lake and also into Coeur d'Alene. So it is a more mild start than we've seen over the last couple of days. So we're feeling it, but we're going to feel not only the strain on our AC units, and we need to start managing that a little better because we're going to have very high bills coming in with the electrical bills, but also we need to give it a break. 96 will be our high today.
We have a scam alert this morning for you from the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office. It's seeing an uptick in scammers claiming to be law enforcement or even your bank trying to get your money, specifically through Bitcoin transactions. It warns that Liberty X Bitcoin ATMs seem to be the preferred method right now and reminds you that real law enforcement will not ask you for any Bitcoin payments, property deeds, or other valuable information over the phone. Now, when in doubt, whether it's the sheriff's office or not, hang up and give them a call. Kids who live in homes where adults use e-cigarettes are exposed to significantly less nicotine than if adults were smoking traditional cigarettes. That's according to a new study. Although researchers say that to keep kids completely nicotine-free, people shouldn't smoke or vape around kids at all. A researcher not involved in the study also said adults shouldn't take a chance with a child's health by vaping around them as their lungs are still developing and are vulnerable. The study was published Thursday in the journal JAMA Open Network. Well, now may be a good time to stock up on stamps as prices are going up again Sunday. The cost of first-class Forever stamps will increase from 68 to 73 cents. That's more than 7%. This is the second increase of the year, and USPS says the hikes are needed to achieve financial stability as part of its 10-year plan. The asphalt art program in Spokane has sparked some controversy following repeated incidents of vandalism at the Pride mural downtown. But the real purpose of those murals is to make drivers pay attention to what's on the road and slow down. This is Spokane's newest edition of asphalt art. It's located in the Manitou Cannon Hill neighborhood. It reflects all that the neighborhood represents. There are turkeys, scoop ice cream trucks, and bikes. The neighborhood council says it shows that this intersection because it's busy.
Everybody that's seen it, that's talked to me from the council, has loved it, and we sat over here on right after it was finished and talked to people as they came by, and they all stopped and looked at it, and we saw a lot of smiles.
Super cool. Well, the mural was done by a local artist, Chris Bovey. Once this 3-year pilot program is completed, the city will see if it's made an impact on any local traffic. And speaking of traffic, starting on Monday off the North Spokane corridor, Freya will be blocked while crews repave the southern roundabout. That means you will not be able to go south. Once you get off the freeway, you won't be able to use the northbound on-ramp, and the northbound exit there will be closed as well. Only local access will be given north of Francis. The project is expected to last 20 days. The 56th annual Cheney Rodeo is back this weekend, and the rodeo kicks off tonight with lots of roping, racing, and riding. This weekend marks Al Parsons' 15th year rodeo announcing in Cheney. Parson travels to jobs throughout the country, but says there's something very special about the people in Cheney. This weekend's rodeo is family friendly with activities for kids, dances after the rodeo, and the annual parade on Saturday morning.
The lake can wait. You've got all summer for that. This is one time a year, 3 days. And if you miss out on this, you've really missed out on one of the greatest weekends of your life.
Gates will open at 5 p.m. and the rodeo starts at 7. Make sure to get there early to grab a seat. And of course, for more information and the link to get tickets, head to KXLY.com. And Mark tells us they're also celebrating a pretty cool event, or they're raising money for a cool cause that night.
Tough enough to wear pink night tonight, so make sure you got your pink on, bring some cash. I've known Al Parsons since he started doing that. One of the nicest guys in the world, one of the best rodeo announcers in the region. You'll love him. It's a great show. Rodeo clowns, bullfighters, all of it.
So fun.
I love the rodeo. All right, so we have one fire that's really impacting our air. That's the Pioneer Fire to the west of us. That's where we're getting that haze and that air quality. Right now, it looks to the worst it's going to get is moderate, so that is good news. Take a live look outside. It's sunny and it's very mild. Your full forecast is coming up.
And still to come on Good Morning Northwest, the lifestyle changes that could decrease your chances of cancer. Plus, a public health alert for illegally imported meat. What you should check your cabinet and your pantry for. That's coming up next.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Did you know you can shop for new furniture at Consign Furniture online? Shop our large inventory of new and consigned furniture for your living room, dining room, bedroom, and outdoor furniture. All the top brands right at your fingertips.
Consign Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
4th of July savings all month long at GMC of Riverfront Park. Let freedom ring with 1.9% APR on all 2024 Sierras. Sierra 1500 double cab or crew cab for just $36,988. And Sierra 1500 Denali ATX4 and SLT with savings up to $15,000. Take up to $5,300 off the Yukon XL Denali. Drive away in a 2024 Canyon with 1.9% APR or just $38,788. Sell us your car your way with instant cash offers. Plus our exclusive 3-day return and 7-day exchange policy. Only at GMC of Riverfront Park.
$20 you miss. Yeah? Boom! Show me the money. Here's your check. A check? You're never going to cash it. What are you doing? Depositing the check with P1FCU Mobile Banking. Bet you didn't think that one through, did you? Come on.
Get a free Ascend checking account with great benefits at p1fcu.org/free.
It's Click It RV's lowest price guarantee sale going on now at your neighborhood Click It RV.
Be a winner like me and get to Click It RV.
With 0 down and no payments till October, now is the time to own your dream RV.
Get to Click It RV now. Are you going to be mad, bro?
Get never before deep discounts on trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and motorhomes. Plus the best selection, highest trade-in values ever, and a lifetime warranty. Nobody beats the discounts at Click It RV.
I'm Richard Sherman, and we guarantee it.
1 mile past the Y and Newport Highway.
Some days I don't know what's harder, herding cattle or 3 kids.
Really, Mom?
I'm Jacqueline Maycumber. Our hands are always pretty full and a little dirty, but we make it work like so many in Eastern Washington.
In D.C., Jacqueline Maycumber will work for us. A former law enforcement officer, a rancher, a conservative. She'll seal the border and won't take any bull from Biden.
I'm Jacqueline Maycumber, and I approve this ad.
Did you know you can shop for new furniture at Consign Furniture online? Shop our large inventory of new and consigned furniture for your living room, dining room, bedroom, and outdoor furniture. All the top brands right at your fingertips.
Consign Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
Welcome back. It's just about 6:40 this morning. A new study from the American Cancer Society suggests nearly half of adult cancer deaths in the U.S. could be prevented by making lifestyle changes. Researchers also found roughly 40% of new cancer cases among U.S. adults 30 and older could be attributed to preventable risk factors. Smoking was by far the leading risk factor. Other key risk factors include excess body weight, excessive alcohol consumption, lack of physical activity, and diet. Now, infections like HPV were also risk factors. In 2019, the 18 preventable risk factors researchers looked at were linked to upwards of 700,000 new cancer cases and more than 262,000 deaths. We have a consumer alert for you this morning. The USDA has issued a public health alert for ready-to-eat meals that were illegally imported from the Philippines. The imported products include corned beef and a chicken spread that were shipped to 9 states. Now, according to the agency, the Philippines is not eligible to export meat and poultry products to the U.S. An investigation is underway into how the products got into the country, but there have been no confirmed reports of any adverse reactions due to the consumption of these products.
In our 10-second takeaway on this Friday, it's the heat advisory that's in effect today, Saturday, Sunday till midnight. Drinking the water and, again, taking those breaks when you can. 96 our high today.
Well, after years of rising inflation, we may have finally gotten some encouraging news. Overall, inflation is beating economists' expectations with a sharper annual slowdown in June to 3% from May's 3.3%. The Consumer Price Index report by the Bureau of Labor Statistics showing from month to month something we haven't seen in 4 years, a drop in consumer prices by 0.1%. That change is fueled in part by falling gas as well as new and used car prices, while housing, food, and medical service costs still rise.
This, coupled with the report on the jobs market last week, all of that aligning for the Federal Reserve to begin cutting interest rates perhaps as soon as September.
Now, those cuts would be welcomed as interest rates currently sit at a 23-year high, while the Fed tries to combat inflation, making it more expensive to borrow home, auto, and other loans. Well, hey, check this out in case you missed it. Former Coug football player Steve Gleason was given the Arthur Ashe Courage Award at the ESPYs last night. He was joined on stage by his son to accept the award, and it was an emotional speech, to say the least.
I was told I would have 3 years to live when I was diagnosed with ALS in 2011, so I've got the wilderness of fear tattooed all over me. For me, this honor represents some encouragement and triumph for the families currently living with ALS.
And Gleason just released a book about living with ALS. Your Good Morning Northwest time is 6:42. Areas of Texas still in the dark and feeling the effects of Hurricane Beryl. We'll have a look at the lingering aftermath and when people will start to see a little bit of relief. That's coming up next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Join us in celebrating 42 years of Latah Creek Winery. Don't miss your chance to taste Elena's fabulous food, sip Mike and Natalie's gold-winning wines, and save with our special anniversary discounts.
Cheers.
Global Credit Union serves the men and women of our armed forces stationed around the world. We're proud to honor our military members by wearing red on Friday.
Red stands for Remember Everyone Deployed, and 4 News Now and Global Credit Union are inviting you to wear red on Fridays too.
Show your support for the men and women of our armed forces.
Tell them and their families thank you for their service and for protecting our future. Stop by any Global branch and pick up a red pin.
And then remember to wear red every Friday from now until September 11th.
You're busy, so at Car Wash Plaza, we're open 24/7 to match your schedule. Plus, we have safety surveillance lights and security cameras throughout the facility. It's easy with multiple payment options, cash, debit, or credit. There's even more reasons to visit our Car Wash Plaza. Our discount cars ensure major savings, and they're good at all our locations.
Car Wash Plaza, it's the best in the Northwest.
We're camping out with the best deals in town from Finley. We have a great selection of new and certified used vehicles to choose from. Plus, every vehicle sold comes with a 1-year, 15,000-mile maintenance plan. At Finley, downtown Toyota.
We're Ken and Donnie.
We're not brother and sister.
We're not husband and wife.
She's not my daughter.
He's not just arm candy.
Hey.
We're not bulldogs.
And we're not hammers.
What we are, we're advocates.
And so if you've been injured, we fight for you.
The insurance companies know us.
And they know we're ready to go to court.
Our record shows we do what it takes to win.
If you've been seriously injured in a crash,
you deserve more than just a law firm.
You deserve an advocate. Hard candy.
Culligan, the water wizard of Oz.
Since 1982, it's been our family's commitment to delight wine lovers with affordable Washington State award-winning wines. Our father-daughter winemaking team deliver a unique experience with every bottle.
Cheers.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mystiqua Casino Hotel in Chewelah.
Welcome back. The time is now 6:45. This morning, much of southeast Texas remains in the dark after Hurricane Beryl. One power official saying they're asking for people to be patient, but patience is wearing thin. Here's ABC's Allison Cossack.
New misery for Texans in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl.
Yeah, just trying to keep our food from being spoiled.
It's frustrating. It's very frustrating.
Overnight, more than 1 million customers still in the dark, 5 days after the storm crippled Houston's power grid. And now officials are warning nearly 500,000 homes and businesses could still be in the dark well into next week.
How in the world can it take almost a week and then you're talking till Saturday, maybe Sunday, maybe next week? How is that possible?
Food and water distribution centers in the city jam-packed, some lines 3 hours long, while hospitals face overcrowding, forcing officials to convert part of the Houston Texans football facilities into a medical transition space. The heat bringing some people to their boiling point. A man in Fort Bend County is accused of pulling a pellet gun on a power company employee assessing the area. Houston's main utility company, CenterPoint, defends its response to the outages, claiming it's restored power faster than what other cities have seen in the last 10 named storms. But the lieutenant governor is demanding an investigation.
If CenterPoint meets their goals by Sunday, they will have reduced it from about 2.2 million people without power down to still about 500,000 for next week. Folks, that is not acceptable.
An excessive heat warning has been issued for parts of southeast Texas today, with dangerous heat expected through next week. Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
Well, check this out here. While some people are frustrated by the heat, others are making light of it. The National Weather Service put on a colorful display of the record-setting heat wave in Las Vegas with a time-lapse of the extreme temps, turning those crayons into a beautiful art project there. And potentially dangerous temperatures probably never looked so beautiful. Let's take a live look at what we're seeing this morning. Here is a live look. You can see some blue sky up there over the top of the hill. This is from out in the valley there. But yeah, another hot day on the horizon.
A little bit of haze. Records are being broken up and down the West Coast. Vegas is the hottest. I mean, they hit 120 last Sunday. Ooh. They had, I think we were at 114 yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
So we're going to continue to see those temperatures in the triple digits while we're going to be in the 90s solid.
Could be worse.
It could be better. Okay.
Could be better.
Let's play that game. Yeah, we are going to see a continuation of temperatures that are very hot. Okay, so we're talking about the heat. Now, we've had, again, 3 100-degree days in a row, setting records each and every day. But this sustained heat continues to put a lot of pressure on not only systems, air conditioning systems, vehicles, but also our world. So the early morning walks, making sure that we're continuing to drink that water and staying it, finding shade and finding AC when you can. And, of course, we're checking on the elderly, making sure that if you have the ability, get a box fan and give that to Meals on Wheels. They're continuing to deliver those. And with the heat, it'll be needed. We do have some moderate air quality, a little bit of smoke in the air for us. That's going to be a trend for a couple of days as it's just sort of hanging out there. It's not horrible, but again, for those who are very sensitive, you're going to feel pretty tight over the next couple of days. For our forecast, hour by hour, it's, again, a little bit of haze this morning. Temperatures in the mid-80s by 11. We're going to be near 90 by noon, and then we're going to be in the low to mid-90s all afternoon long. That takes us all the way through the 7 o'clock hour. We'll be at 92 degrees. 96 will be our high today. Again, the heat advisory that's been reinstated, that will go from today all the way through Sunday, and that'll go through Sunday night as we continue to see this heat in and around much of our area. Now, we still have warm weather up into northeastern Washington and North Idaho, but we see this heat stretching all the way down, and we're not going to see any relief when it comes to rain showers. Going to remain very dry. We are going to see a continuation of cooler air way to the north, keeping those hundreds at bay, but allowing those temperatures in the mid-90s to continue to be right here, right through our area. 96 for the high today, 94 into Coeur d'Alene, 100 into Moses Lake. Tri-Cities, 99 degrees. So we'll see the mid to upper 90s all the way through the weekend into next week. It will be well above average. Overnight lows, we're going to see a break. We're going to be in the low 60s, so that should help a little bit. Your morning sprint is coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by R&R RV.
Wow. Honeymoon phase over already, huh?
You know, these things normally take a while to figure out, and these
Let's just settle this whole ordeal right now.
We get you compensated fairly and only get paid after you win.
With Craig Swap & Associates, it's always one call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
More call?
Our motto here at Holiday Heating is fixed right or it's free. That means that we'll get the job done right the first time, and if we don't,
we will own up to that and we will take care of it for you for free.
Fixed right or it's free means that we are accountable for the 100% satisfaction of our customers.
we'll come back and get the job done and with no additional charge to the customer.
We are humans and we do make mistakes, but we are here to make it right and make sure our customers know that.
It's time to seize your summer in a new Toyota from Findlay Downtown Toyota. Whether you're camping out in a new RAV4 or pulling a boat with a Toyota Tundra truck, nothing says summer better than a new Toyota. Plus, every vehicle sold comes with a 1-year, 15,000-mile maintenance plan. So this summer, if you're looking for a new ride, stop by Findlay Downtown Toyota and we'll show you some more choices. I crack myself up. Findlay Toyota's downtown.
When it comes to remodeling your bath, there's fact and there's fiction. Fiction. Some bath remodels just cover up water damage. Fact. Bathfitter inspects and cleans your current tub area, and we make any necessary repairs before installing our product for a watertight fit. Bathfitter installations are built to last, with a lifetime warranty to fit your expectations. Get the bath that fits you. Bathfitter. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Emma? My name's Emma, too. Are you?
Yeah. You. In a few years.
How?
You went back to school. Finished your degree.
Continue your education online or in person. Now accepting applications. Face your future with Whitworth University. Adult education programs.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
The time is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Friday and the weekend in the morning sprint. We're warning you about a scam in Kootenai County, and Mark Peterson is warning us about an extended heat wave. But first, breaking news this morning, AT&T has announced that the company believes a hacker stole records of calls and texts from nearly all of AT&T's wireless customers. In a statement released this morning, AT&T said the data does not contain the content of any calls or texts or personal identification like social security numbers or dates of birth, but it did reveal the numbers of people its customers interacted with and call durations. The company says it's taken additional cybersecurity measures to stop future hackers and will provide notice to any of its impacted customers. Kevin Hall has been chosen as Spokane's next chief of police. Hall has more than 30 years of experience and will be moving from Tucson, Arizona, where he spent the last 8 years as the assistant chief of police. The city of Spokane says Chief Hall worked in several departments, including SWAT and homicide. He's also credited with expanding Tucson's mental health support team. The current interim police chief, Justin Lundgren, is stepping down. He announced he'll be going to the Spokane County Sheriff's Office. According to the Sheriff's Office, Lundgren will be named inspector and the commander of the Unincorporated Patrol Division. His last day with SPD will be on August 5th. He'll start at the Sheriff's Office 3 weeks later.
All right, good Friday morning, everybody. And our First Alert Weather, and that First Alert Weather app will allow you to know when the heat advisories are turned back on, which it has been. And of course, it's going to be here through Sunday, and that's going to be Sunday night. Temperatures right now, 53 into Deer Park, 60 into the Spokane Valley, Liberty Lake 64. Coeur d'Alene is warmed to 66 already. That's up 5 degrees in just an hour and a half. It is going to be hot. Today, we're going to have temperatures in the mid-90s and light wind.
One of the 2 people who were hit by a car yesterday in Airway Heights has died. The crash happened at Hayford and 9th Avenue near Northern Quest. According to the police department, a 64-year-old man and 61-year-old woman were rushed to the hospital. A man then later died at the hospital. This morning, the woman is still in critical condition. Investigators say drugs and alcohol were not a factor in the crash. The Spokane School Board is recommending limiting the use of cell phones in all schools. The district plans to implement these recommendations in the next school year. And here's exactly what's changing. In elementary schools, the use of phones will no longer be allowed during all hours of the school day. Middle school students will only be allowed to use them during lunch periods, and high school students can only use their phones during passing times and lunch. If your student is caught bending the rules repeatedly, the superintendent says school administrators will step in. A scam alert this morning from the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office. It's seeing an uptick in scammers claiming to be law enforcement or even your bank trying to get your money, specifically through Bitcoin transactions. It warns that Liberty X Bitcoin ATMs seem to be the preferred method right now and reminds you that real law enforcement will not ask for any Bitcoin payments, property deeds, or other valuable information over the phone. When in doubt, whether it's the sheriff's office or not, hang up and give them a call. Now may be a good time to stock up on your stamps as prices are going up again Sunday. The cost of the first class Forever stamp will increase from 68 to 73 cents. That's more than 7%. This is the second increase of the year. USPS says that these hikes are needed to achieve financial stability as part of its 10-year plan. Starting Monday off the North Spokane corridor, Freya will be blocked while crews repave the southern roundabout. That means you won't be able to go south once you get off the freeway. You won't be able to use the northbound on-ramp, and the northbound exit will be closed there as well. Only local access will be given to north of Francis. The project is expected to last 20 days. And city crews will wait until Monday to close northbound lanes for repaving on North Monroe Street. Traffic is now down to 1 lane in both directions between Kiernan and Francis, though drivers will still need to dodge plenty of orange cones. The 56th annual Cheney Rodeo is back this weekend. The rodeo kicks off tonight with lots of roping, racing, and riding. This weekend marks Al Parsons' 15th year rodeo announcing in Cheney. Parson travels to jobs throughout the country, but says there's something special about the people in Cheney. This weekend's rodeo is family friendly with activities for kids, dances after the rodeo, and the annual parade on Saturday morning.
The lake can wait. You've got all summer for that. This is one time a year, 3 days. And if you miss out on this, you've really missed out on one of the greatest weekends of your life.
Gates open at 5. The rodeo starts at 7. And make sure to get there early to grab a seat. We have more info on KXLY.com. And don't forget to wear pink.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
At Numerica, you'll find money answers for street ballers. Get money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
Chevy lets you begin every day fully charged, so you can go farther. And so can your money. Tow with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's got you. Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado LT when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
A fragile young girl, a trusted teacher, and a lifetime of pain that began at Cheney High School.
He saw that vulnerability and took advantage of it.
How another victim of the same teacher gave her strength to face what happened. Tuesday, only on Good Morning Northwest.
I don't know if you've heard this, but it's going to be hot. And we're going to see a continuation of hot weather. A little bit of morning haze. We do have some pockets of moderate air quality, so just be aware of that. We're going to warm up quickly. 83 is a normal high. We'll see that by probably 11 o'clock. And then by noon, we're going to be sitting at 88. 96 will be the high. We're going to continue the hot weather all the way through the weekend. Of course, it's Cheney Rodeo. It is going to be warm. But this is cooler than some years, huh? Saturday 96, Sunday 97, and then we're going to be back into the mid-90s to start next week.
There's always a silver lining. Thanks, Markle. Hey, thanks for joining us this morning. We'll see you throughout GMA. It starts right now.